Welcome everyone. We have round 3 of our Tribe Comics and Games December X-Wing Tournament, brought to you by Sinar Fleet Systems and joint collaboration with Krillian Engineering. I am Norby, casting an amazing game between Admiral Sloan and Chase. It's Baffle on the right-hand side. So there's a really interesting technology here between the two of these. We have a phenomenally high ceiling list in Chase. So we've got 4 ships, not a super ton of health, but like pretty good maneuverability, some really nice options in all of these. We've got Poe Dameron at 6, Nien at 5, Lul at 5, and then Kaz at 4. So amazing things you can do with these ships. On the left-hand side, you all have 5 ships of scum with just a million tricks. You've got Lima, Manaru, Dr. Aphra, Bosk, Cad Bane. So they can throw haymakers, they can do crazy tricks with all their scummy technology, and they're going to be forced into the top part of the board because this is scramble transmissions. So they're going to be trying to run in and use their scenario actions to capture these and move them back and forth. And the interesting thing here is that we have no I-6s except Poe. So Poe, interestingly enough, he's going to be moving last after everybody. And on the left-hand side, Lima Kai is the only I-5, whereas on Chase's side, we've got Nien and Lulo. And then Kaz can move after everything except he ties with Bosk, Cad Bane, and Lima. So really interesting technology here between all of these ships. We're going to see what we figure out. You see, Admiral Sloan's lined all of them up in a big long line because, they've got some synergies, but, they each have individually pretty powerful guns. They can do some pretty amazing work. And so they should be all right just, to work as is. Don't necessarily have to stay in a tight formation. And interestingly enough, the same thing with Chase. Poe can be really useful. He can do some. He can definitely help out his teammates, but in a pinch, he can just totally operate independently. And he's hanging there at the background. We've got the 2 X-wings. We've got the fireball at the very top that can just blaze around with its slam. We've got Lulo in the middle with the A-wing being able to rotate those cannons forwards and backwards. And we're going to see how this match pans out because we have a scramble button on the bottom right. I'm guessing that both of the players are going to try to go for a really quick capture of their scramble objective. Set that up, start, the continuous 1 points being earned. And then that middle one, because neither of them really want to face off with each other. Poe's got proton torpedoes, so if you're stuck in the middle, he can just lay shots into you at long range and just try to, just like paste you. And we're going to see what that looks like. Because that's going to be a deterrent for anyone who wants to try to hang out in that middle one. Of course, he's got some really good speed. Poe has, let's see, he's got Black 1 and overdrive thrusters, so he can in theory dip in, claim something, and then dip back out, and then put those guns out elsewhere. But he has a ton of health to chew through. We've got Lima at 6-2, Manaru 6-3, Aphra 9-3, Cad Bane 5 and 7, and then Bosk 2 and 2. So they've got a lot to chew through. Those proton torpedoes are going to do some work. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how we can burn through all of those. So initiative order is going to matter a little bit. We've got some overlaps with Bosk, Cad Bane, and Kaz. So we will see how this goes. I am pumped. We got all small bases on the right-hand side versus 2 big bases and a bunch of smalls on the left. It's just staggering that Scum can fit all of this in the list. So it's going to be really interesting to see what this looks like. Yeah, I'm really hyped. So, yep, sure enough, we see he's got that large ship at the very top. He's got Dr. Aphra in the YB-66. And that ship has enough hull and shields where it can afford to go ahead and go off by itself and, worry about getting a couple shots into it, take a little bit of damage, but suffer that if it needs to in order to claim that top button, and then just forget about it for the rest of the round. Now we've got Kaz and the Fireball who can slam around and say, maybe I'm going to try to dodge you, get behind you. He's got to watch out for that 360-degree arc because, ooh, boy, that thing can really lay some hurts into you when you're not expecting it. And it's okay because we've got Dr. Aphra backed up by Bosk and the tiny little Z95, who can also, put some hurt into people because he's being dominated by Manaru and Lima. So we've got some good initiatives down at the bottom. This is going to be clutch. So we'll see Kaz likes to go forward. Now, Kaz is not opting into the joust. I highly doubt he's going to be doing that in the long run. But yeah, sorry. I made a for a little bit. I had to go get a quick drink of water. I'll be right back, everybody. Okay, thanks everyone. Grab me that quick drink of water. Again, refreshment, everything provided by Tribes Comics and Games here in Austin, Texas. Phenomenal store, the one I play it on a regular basis. Just, amazing place to be. Yeah, these folks have graciously let us take over their store for this tournament. And yeah, really excited to see where this goes. What on earth? Okay, so we see the X-Wing electing to loop on into the left. That's not Poe. That's the IF5, so that's Nian. And so Nian electing to face away from the middle of the board. Curious to see what that's going to be. Because we're going to have Poe Dameron. Now, Poe has a chance to maybe rocket straight. Oh, we're going for the barrel roll. We're seeing a huge ship. Now, one of the things that is amazing at this game is how, all these ships, there's a limited dial. It's only like a fixed number of maneuvers, but there's so many combinations of actions and maneuvers that you can do. And what he's just done right here is do a particular reposition that you just don't see very often. Manroot with expert handling means that ship can do a barrel roll sideways, which literally jumps at a full range band. Like literally, if you're shooting at it from the side, it drops from range 1 to range 2, or 2 to 3, or can get closer to a ship. So again, if he's trying to mix up Chase, knowing that Chase has some amazing technology in his ships, some amazing combinations, he's trying to keep him guessing, trying to build up kill boxes for these ships. He's just done, yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna do something unexpected, and you can see what's going on right now. Now he's got that ship fainting up. We've got the Rogue class right there. Then we've got Lima. I think he's building up a kill box. And the barrel roll, what on earth? I am confused. I thought he was in a great spot where he was, but apparently he's got some sort of... First order just had to find a way to okay, makes a lot of sense. And he's got Lima sitting out back because Lima's like, you know what, I don't necessarily need to rush forward because Lima has got plasma torpedoes. So Lima's going to reach out for a target lock. And Lima's going to try to play it safe. So what are we going to do? Are we going to lock Nian because we know that we can get all guns on him, or are we going to try to go for Poe because Poe's much more maneuverable, it's got points. It looks like he's saying, you know what, nope, I'm just going to go for Nian. I know that's what I got to do. Oh, Chase is tough. He doesn't, I don't know if this is necessarily a jousting list. He does have proton torpedoes on Poe, but gosh, that is just, that's a little rough. Let's see, the technology that he's got on Cad Bane. So Cad's got proton cannons, contraband cybernetics, Lance Razi, Xanadu Blood, marksmanship. He absolutely has Nian in range, in bullseye, with marksmanship and with dead to rights. So Nian is basically in a spot where he's like, I can't use my tokens. He's going to lay into him with those 4 dice with marksmanship. Yeah, and good luck, Nian. You can do it. You can do it. What he's going to do is he's especially going to have Lima shoot first with that plasma torpedo, and the plasma is going to strip a shield off. Now, Nian... Oh, sorry, I missed the order. So, Nian, fortunately, our good old boosted boyfriend, is going to say, you know what? Oh, sorry, we're actually on turn 2. Shoot. So, let me... Okay, so let me see what we've got. He's trying to figure out what he wants to do because he is in a world of hurt right now. Does not want to be here. So he's going to boost. Now he's going to figure out what that boost does for him because I think he dodges at least 1 arc. Yeah, much better spot for Nian. He's going to get target lock, which is still good. He still doesn't want to have that target lock hit him. But he now knows that Nian's out. Now, unfortunately, Poe just landed in that juicy proton cannon range. So he's in dead to rights area. He's in marksmanship. He does not want to stay there. So we're trying to figure out what Poe wants to do at this point because Poe can't quite boost. He can try to barrel roll, but he might do linked actions here just to try to see how much action efficiency he can get out of it. Oh, gosh. Yeah, so he does a focus on because he's going to say, okay, I've got a lot of guns on Manaroo. Manaroo's a big base ship. It's 5 points. And he's like, yep, doing those proton torps, those juicy torpedoes. And then he's got focus and a lock. So we have hit, crit going into Manaroo. Manaroo runs there too. And takes 2 shields onto Manaroo. So now we have the I-5s shooting. So it looks like we have 3 dice from Lima Kai going into Nian. Or are we going into Poe? Yeah, so he's going to go to Poe. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. He's going to focus fire. Rolls just one. And Poe with 2 dice. So Poe, unfortunately, has to lose one of those shields, which is tough. I mean, Poe's now down basically to the strength of a T65, but he's already got 2 more really big shots in. And so Wu is just going to say, okay, Manoru, I'm just going to do my...
Too many triggers.
Yeah, so we did have a... So we have 2 crits.
Take range 1 on your Manoru. 2 and crit. Nice.
So we have Manoru down to a fuel leak. So 4's shooting now. Bosco 1 crit. Gonna see what he can do into Luo. Luo safe.
Those hit. I think I did bonuses. No, I don't know. It's 2 2s. We can check.
Okay, we'll see what we get next. So CAD into Poe, and this is with proton cannons. So Proton and Marksman should turn 2 of those into crits, and he's got dead to rights.
Yeah. Okay. Manoru has 4 lives. Yes.
Spend that and transfer this to you.
Because it hit? Yeah. Okay. Forgot about that. So stream yeah, right?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm not going to save you with the Dengar one, but,
No, that's fine.
but this is a must.
Cavs go range 2 in the Manoru. He's rolled really high.
He's rolled pretty decent.
I win one. Yeah, but I'm also shooting with 4 dice attacks. So you should take natty twice.
Yeah. Alright, we're gonna do that Manoru shot there.
Yep.
We're gonna spend one of those. You get 4 dice. With
Yep. There's no mods currently.
but you RP5, so we'll just use that.
Oh, for
Why not?
One.
Okay.
It's just this is possible.
Yeah.
Protons.
Okay, and then we're gonna
Unless you take the battle, yeah. It's such a trade-off.
So now we've got Bosco. We had a quick Lewis clarification,
Modifier.
and then Kaz totally safe.
End of round. I'll get exactly.
Or to battle the Gavin, it's only in a specific, so it's a trade-off.
And then we have scenario actions. We have 2 and 1, and now we are on round 3. And I'm going to go ahead.
You have it.
Shoot system space.
Nothing from your system.
Let's see.
So we had a pretty bloody turn there, where we have 1 scenario point. We have 1 scenario point for Sloan, and then 2 for Chase via scenarios. But look at what happened here. So we've got Manoru, who's burned through all of those shields, down right into the Juicy Center, and has a fuel leak, which means that the additional shots are going to be pouring into Manoru can just clear it right off the table. However, we've got a little bit of a tough situation over here because we've had Wulo, who's like, doing great, Nian and Kaz, who are having a blast, but the really, really, really expensive piece, the one with over 20 loadout, Poe Dameron, the 7-pointer, has lost all of his shield. He's down to 4, and he only, at the very end of the game, does have 2 agility. So, if I was him, I would... Now, let's see. No one was able to take a lock on... Sorry, didn't come through in the camera. No, okay, sorry. We had a bit of an interruption. I know we do these interruptions to do rules corrections. Sometimes it can mess with the game state. We just really want to make sure that the players have the absolute best, pure, objective, good experience here. So, sorry, I was just double checking to make sure that everything's all right. Sorry to have to bring up the dead to rights thing, but, that's printed text on the card, and that... It's just, it is a must trigger, so it's the kind of thing that you can't actually ignore. So, moving forward, we're going to see what our options here is. Poe has definitely taken a lot of damage. Manru has taken way more, but it's still on the table. And we've got a 3-ship joust versus a 3-ship joust, where Poe really does not want to be in the middle of this. So, we'll figure out what Poe's got. So no one's doing any system phase maneuvers. What I'm just curious to see is whether Poe's going to be aggressive or whether Poe's just going to say no. I want to try to dip out to the left, get away from everybody, and just hide or try to flank instead of having to risk getting blasted again by that kill box that got set up for me. Again, that beautiful barrel roll. So we've got the Houndstooth rocketing on in, chasing down Kaz. And Kaz is, in a position to get lit up, but we'll see what Kaz likes to do. Maybe Kaz is going to see if he can... oh, actually, we don't have any scenario. Yeah, so... Oh, Manaroo going for the massive flip. Good. So... Manaroo going. I appreciate it. So this is a great idea. So Manaroo saying, "Oh no, I've taken some damage. I really want to make sure that I can get in the game, do some work." So. So we have Kaz. Ooh, so unfortunately we've got a bit of a bump chain. So we have that Cad Bane hitting his friendly ship, unable to take it action because that didn't fit. And now we're going to roll to see if there's damage. So no damage, but is stuck and can't take any actions. It has a chance of gumming up Poe, but we'll see what Poe gets. So Kaz slams into the side of Bossk. Unfortunately, is right in the path of that 4-dice shot from Dr. Aphra. And now here's where we have to remember that he's got that. Here's where Sloan has to remember that he's got Dengar, and so he can use some of that tech that's on Aphra to to really punish him. So it takes the red focus, just trying to stay alive. So we'll see what the 5s do. So I'm trying to set up the kill box again for Poe, knowing that Poe could rocket forwards, but we will see what he does, because he's got a good shot on Nian. Luo decides to just elect for the joust and says, you know what? So he is going to... So what he's going to do is he's going to try to get the stress so that he can put some damage in, because this way he'll be able to do a 4-dice. Nian's going to do Nian things, which lets him... Oh my gosh, are we going to see a Talon roll out of Nian? Yeah, boy, we are. So Nian's just going to say, hey, you know what? I'm going to Talon roll, Pattern Analyzer, let him do it, take an action. So, and we have Nian doing some absolutely insane Nian things. And Poe basically just stays put, which is great. So he's just going to take a stress focus, which is great because he's going to take one shot, which is amazing, which is absolutely the dream, what he was going for. So I know a tough maneuver from Sloan that unfortunately doesn't clear, creates a bit of a parking lot, but we're going to really see how this turns out because we've got a bunch of guns all facing each other. We're going to see like who actually ends up doing the damage. So Poe, what are you going to do? He's going to go to the Y-Wing because the Y-Wing's facing down Luo, and the where Miniman's going to try to... Okay, wow. Hot dice. Burns the shields right off of that Y-Wing from... and then now we have the shot back, shooting into Nian. Interesting, not into... So, yeah, launching those plasmas, not going for Lulo, but I guess it's because he's worried about the... Yeah, so re-rolls because plasmas are only 3. And rolls for 3 hits.
So now the rogue triggers. So I can reroll this one, not that one. It's a rogue, I'll reroll any number of dice. I still take 3 to the plasmas.
And takes 3. What on earth? So he was going to be able to do it.
When you roll 4 dice, if you have all blank, maybe you roll any number of dice.
So like you had your roll was 2, but if you just have all blank,
You got it first, so then you did it. It's ridiculous.
can I use your dice already? Okay.
Yep, Lulo will read 1.
So now Luo is going to lay into Lima. Okay, so Luo, here we go. Luo, just on fire. Hit, crit. So we have hit, crit, and then hull breach. Oh boy, so that's tough. So now kind of changes target. So Nian is now instead going to shoot Manaru. So...
Use those up on TIE Fighter. That'll probably do it though.
So spends and tough, and there goes Manaru. So Nian is able to clear Manaru off the table. So Chase, yeah, I mean Chase rolling some really good dice, but oh my gosh. So yeah, there goes Manaru, taken off the table. We just buy that. Like Teal walks in, Poe was really worried by having that shot that's so close. But so let's see. So we have Manaru taken off, and those immediately leaps some points into Chase's favor. So Chase at 7. So now we go to, that was Nian's, now we go to the 4s. So Cad's going to shoot into Nian, who recently lost all of his shields. We'll see how this goes. Unfortunately, nothing for that. Do it to the next 4, so we've got Bosk. Bosk at the very back can now also shoot into Nian. So Bosk for 1 into Nian. So another into Nian. So Nian really getting lit up this turn, but Bosk able to do a little bit of damage, even that 1 damage. So now let's see. So we've got the 3 dice. So Kaz has. So Laz has a range 3 up to Mina. We'll see what Kaz can do. So he's got 2, and we'll see what Lima does. Lima's got no mods. So unfortunately, that takes care of Lima. So we have Kaz at very long range, able to clear Lima off the board. So we're down to Afra, Bosk, and Cad Bane. Now on the flip side, we do have Nian and Poe Dameron really limping around, and that is 12 points that could immediately go into Salone's hands. So we're able to go ahead and shoot. So just 3 hits into Kaz. And Kaz takes 2.
Those are 2 good ones.
if I have fewer cards,
So Kaz down to 3. So we've got 3 ships on Chase's side that are really hurting. He has done a ton of damage to get clear off some of Sloane's ships, but he is still hurting from it. Now we're going to see how those objectives plan out. So this is going to be a tough one, because I really don't know like which way this could go, because there's so many swings that could happen. Like we could have Chase lose a ship, and then we could suddenly hit Rocket Sloane to the lead, because so we've got 2 to 1. So Sloane gets 2. And then 1, so we are at 11 to 3, and I'm going to double check our score.
on banner, they can never spend.
Okay, that's fine with me if it's okay with you.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if Lulu was there. Cat doesn't look like it. Yep. And so then my 3s. Take a shot. And yes.
Sorry, thanks. Just doing my TO rounds. So honestly, it's just only been a handful of minutes over here, and we already have Chase over halfway to victory through clearing out both of those ships, and it's a pretty good objective play to grab those objectives. So this is going to be a tight one. We've also got some pretty intense games on the other side. I can see some of the players getting a little bit quiet, like really focusing on what their maneuvers are. I mean, we get to this point in the game, like you really got to be careful about like what you're doing, because there's chances of massive swings, like really throwing the game in different directions. So I'm really excited to be able to watch this. We're talking about like 2 like amazingly good players, and I want to really learn about like what their decision trees are, because again we've got Poe, who, as you can see, the last turn did work. He did a ton of damage, and he turned that kill box into just 1 ship, Cad Bane, that is now could have 3 in theory after it. But Poe, of course, is only on 4 hull, so there's no more shields anymore. If he starts taking crits from Aphra, Bosk, or Cad Bane, like he can disappear and really swing the game. So trying to figure out like what's going to go on. Is Lulo going to do, because Lulo is stressed, so he can't do like a K turn or anything like that. Is Lulo going to do something where he can try to get himself in position to flip around and start chasing down Cad Bane? What is Nian going to do? Because again, Nian got just totally lit up last turn and is going to completely be flipped into is he going to Talon roll again? Maybe like maybe a left Talon roll or right? Yeah, maybe a left Talon roll, just to be careful and make sure he doesn't end up like in Bosk's arc. And that like dead to right zone that like really hurt him really bad last turn. So we're gonna see. And then is Poe gonna run away? Is he gonna try to? Is he gonna try to hunt down Bosk at the very top? Because he could make mincemeat out of Bosk with one of those torpedoes. Because Cass is basically he's got some good ships that are in a good spot to hunt down Cad. Now the thing is, Cass is now down to 3 hull, and Cass could very easily get just hit by the 2 ships behind him. So is he going to go left and to try to run? It is a 180-degree arc that he's running away from, so he does have to watch out there, because it's really difficult to escape those massive YV666s.
Okay. I am going to systems with Aphra and Silverchair.
Yep. Will not do anything.
So he's going to systems with Aphra, and that's going to give him a bunch of extra tokens, because he's using contraband cybernetics, overtain modulators. And the reason he's doing that is because he's flying over a rock. Now he still gets to take his action, but he takes 1 damage, and then so it takes 2 hits onto Aphra. So most unlucky result. But that is a chunky ship, so he's got 10. So he still has his regular action. And then he takes a reinforce. So he's got all of the different strains which he can use, and he's basically trying to try to lay into other ships at the very bottom. So the 4s. We no longer have initiative overlap except for Kaz. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna have Bosk. Is Bosk gonna K? Or is Bosk gonna try to cap that objective? What does Bosk do? Show me. Is it pointing forward? Is it pointing backward? Show me. Okay, no. Yeah, so he flipped. Okay, so he's saying, I know another ship at the bottom. I know Cass is on 3, and I know I've got the YV in a good spot, so he's just going to flip him there. The other 4 is Cad Bane. Is Cad just going to bump into the back of Lulo? Because I think Cad had a stress. No, Cad. Yeah, so Cad just takes a stress focus. No, this is gonna be clutch. This is gonna be clutch. I don't know. I don't know. I am so worried. Okay, what is gonna go on? I'm not sure. So Kaz apparently slammed into the side of the YV666. So I think still in range of that. So is he gonna take the stress focus? I'm guessing he's probably gonna take the stress focus. So Wu gets rid of the stress, but Wu's going to want to try to get into the fight. So is Wu going to try to do a linked action? Maybe Wu's going to try to take a link into a lock just to grab the lock to be offensive. What's Wu going to do? Wu takes a focus. Okay, that's good for survivability. What is Nian gonna do? Because Nian has got 2 ships on him now. The Talon roll! Is he going left or right? Okay, sorry. Doing another quick round.
I need a 3.
Okay. So Poe rank 1 to boss.
We got the shots coming in. So we've got the little Kobox around the little Z95. Here he goes.
So it's get a 1.
Here we go. So. So it looks like he just immediately pastes Bosk off the board. Good heavens. So that 4-point roll with all the modifications. I mean, that's the thing, when you've got so many modifications, you can actually push forward that much damage. And yeah, so Bosk just loses both shields, loses both hull, like right off the bat. Oof, good heavens. So we are up to 13. Oh, okay. And then we have Deadman switch. So we have one on. So we had one on Poe, one on Aphra, and then. So we have a shot from Cad Bane into him. Sorry, again, I'm having to split my attention a little bit. So spends for 2. I'm trying to put some damage into Kaz. So Kaz. Good heavens, that Deadman switch really did some work. So what is Kaz going to do? Is he going to range 0 into Bosk, or he's going to shoot Cad? So he's going to go ahead and shoot. Yeah, so reinforced does not. And just 1. And gets it. So we have. So now Dr. Aphra. So Nian has 2 because Nian took 2 from the. So Nian has 2, Poe has 3. So he's gonna try to shoot into Nian and see if he can just lay into him because this could be a pretty big swing. So we have a pretty big.
Heroic doesn't have it elusive. The Dead Man Switch is coming.
Yeah, Dead Man Switch really lame. And that's Nian. Oh my gosh. So yeah, so we have a. We have 13. So we have a score of 13 to 10. So a huge swing. Again, Ultra was getting away from him, but because of how expensive Chase's ships are, it can really do a ton of damage. And we've got some objective control too. So even though we are down to just 2 ships, it's a 3v2 match over here. And between all these ships on Chase's side, we've got 10 health. And on the left-hand side, with Admiral Sloane's, we have 16. Now they've got less. Afra could, in theory, be burned down. And we've got some pretty impressive munitions on all of these. So this is just going to be really tough. This is going to be really interesting. But yeah, going to take a quick.
Eventually we'll want a bullseye check on Ryan.
Okay, certain game. 0 here. Triple zero's got nobody, but Vader. So I can try to Vader. Yeah, and you can see if I fail, I don't turn the board.
Sorry, I just taking a quick check to do a target check. We're going to have to string table to see. I think we've got 13 versus 10, but I'm going to go ahead and take a quick look.
But if you did just make it, that's well done. Shooting. Yes. Nothing over there. Nothing over here. Well, 5 out of 5.
So let's look at points here. So we have Cad Bane with 4 points, Dr. Afra worth 6, and we have Chase with 4, and he's got 1 objective under his control. Let's think about what we could do here. So in order for him to win, he could just, if he kills Afra, done. And Afra's got 9, and he's got a proton torpedo, and he can burn him down, so this could be really interesting. Or he could kill Cad Bane, which is 4 points, and then get 2 objectives, because there's no half points, because this is scramble the transmissions. So the flip side is, if we're Sloane, what does he do? And if we think about this, if Sloane kills Poe, if someone kills Poe and Kaz, he's only got 2 ships, so he'd have to throw some real haymakers. But if his attacks somehow are able to clean out both of them, wins instantly, done. Or if he kills Poe and then is able to get some objectives, then he could win in 2 turns. So there's definitely I'm saying a 2-turn clock on this game, and after those 2 turns, that's going to be it. I really don't think this is going to last much longer than this, and we've only got 44 minutes. So these players keeping up an amazing pace of play. A lot of their ships just really swinging haymakers, all their pieces firing on all cylinders. And they've set their dials, and now we're going to see how all these things move. Is Luo going to try to get in the fight? Luo with those rear guns that can flip backwards. Is Luo going to try to curl on in and shoot away at Afra or Bane? And the nice thing is, with them both kind of in a similar spot in the middle, you could kind of a similar target, but you gotta watch out for that dead to right. So that thing could just be brutal. All the agility on the A-Wing and all those mods doesn't mean much if you can't modify those dice. And then you just have to go for luck. So looking around, I see a lot of other people looking over. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. We'll see.
Judge.
Yep.
Does this have Major Ben Rowland?
It goes down pretty fast if you talk. Yeah, we only have 1 to
Thank you. I should have just trusted you.
No. Speed up the game. Don't worry about it. That took no time. Sorry, I just had to deal with a quick. That's what we're here for. Sorry, I had to do a quick art check. So we have 3 hits from Chase coming in.
Other one, range 2 obstructed, it looks like.
So we've got everybody moving. Here we go. So what's going on? So yeah, because Cad's an interesting one, because now we've got 3 ships here. They're both targets and they're aggressors. Again, one of the win conditions is he starts. And yes, that's a tough piece. So Cad moving off. I mean, the thing is, he knows that for the A-wings like to do 2 maneuvers. So if he's thinking Wu does a 2 straight or tries to flip around, yeah, he's like right in sights for Kaz. If he tries to go to the right, there's a chance he'll get blocked. God, yeah, we'll see. What? Did he just cloak? Oh my goodness, he just cloaked that ship. Gosh, I'd love to see a cloaking device go off. Make that little. I don't want to like risk getting intellectual property, but it's just the right. Good old Stygium crystal array. Okay, so what are we gonna do? So Kaz goes forward. Just to watch out because he is getting right into juicy range of. Although maybe did he get the great block? Let's see, so what did Wuo do? Oh, Wuo decided to pull the ankle breaker and instead go sideways, is avoiding getting shot there, which is great. And Wuo is on full health, so Wuo's on 2 shields, 2 hull, 3 shields, because again, he's an A-wing with a shield upgrade, so he's doing great. So he can afford to like kind of turn in and be a primary gunner, while the others 2 have to be a little bit more careful. So what is? Oh no, yeah, I think there's a chance that. So Poe, unfortunately, is unable to take actions. He's going to get absolutely lit up by Dr. Aphra. So Poe gets to range 2. So it only does 1 hit into Cad.
Lovely, takes 1.
Yeah, cloaking device fails. So able to actually push 1 through. Wuo is saying, you know what?
What happens if I have stress on me? Anything? No. It's 2 of us. Okay, Lulu, range 2 to Afra. Green.
Yeah, right. She's incredible.
Spend for 1.
So he has 1 hit. And then we have.
I played around with that for fun, but it didn't work well.
And then Kaz, unfortunately, not able to do damage, and so we don't have Cad Bane able to do anything either. So here we go. We're just going to see what. So only 1. Oh my gosh. Just 1 more Sabu because he doesn't have any mods because, he bumped his own ship. So we have Poe Dameron down to 2. Oh my goodness.
Perfect spot, unmodded. I'm unmodded too, but still like
you rolled more than me by a lot. So.
And I think that does it for our shots. So.
He hasn't shot him much. He shot him 3 times. They have been relatively big shots, but it wasn't like everything in the world.
So now I'm going to go ahead and check the.
End of round.
oh yes.
You get 2 every round.
So we're going to look at the.
15.
Yep, so we were at 15-12. Okay, so this is going to be a 2-round clock, but you know what? I have no idea. We're now at the point where if Poe dies, Sloan wins. I mean, that's just it. And if Wuo, then Cad is only on 6.
Yes, it was. Yes,
So he's at 4. So if they kill Cad Bane, if they kill Cad Bane, and score. If they kill Cad Bane and score points from objectives, they win. If Sloan kills Poe and then he'll score 2 points, he'll get 21. So, this is gonna be nuts. Sorry, sorry. I know this isn't our usual top tier commentary, but as Tio here by myself, I'm also having to keep tabs on all these boards, do my little walk arounds, stay on alert for arc checks and other things like that, and then also try to give you this commentary. So I really appreciate that, everybody. But we'll see. Sorry, gonna do one last other quick check.
You providing color commentary?
Oh yeah, no, we're streaming all these games, so they'll be all.
Right, but you're doing it as they're going.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's it's a little tough. Like trying to wait. I know the buy's tough, but
Yeah.
see a little bit of stuff, know what you're gonna go up against.
A lot of imp decks. If I had known that, I would not have picked an imp deck today.
Every time they play that happens. What? You guys are like big deficit and all
Oh yeah, I mean we have expensive shit, so it makes sense.
Well, I almost just, if I could kill
I did a lot of damage.
you should only have one.
Oh, okay. I thought I was like, okay, off the board. It's like one of those games. I got ion blast. I can only go straight.
Tickets can we stack on each other?
Not sure.
You know what I realized? We can just stop the bomb. We can just stop the bomb after my guys move.
Okay, everyone, taking some quick analysis to see what's going on over here and trying to figure out what's going on. So I had to do a quick check on one of the other tables. But now here we go. Here we go. We're going to try to figure out what all these ships do.
So it increases the difficulty. Whatever works.
Oh my god. Here we go. This is going to be exciting because I'm trying to figure out. So the YD666 does a hard maneuver. We're going to try to, oh no. So it can't complete that maneuver, so it just sits there, takes the stress focus.
Okay, so
So what does Kaz do? Kaz is still just going slow. Interesting. I would think that Kaz would want to try to get out of the arc of the 666, but instead just elects to go nice and slow and wind up in that arc. Maybe his idea is to have it be the target, but I'm really trying to figure out where this goes. We've got Kaz going one direction. We've got Wulo.
And I will take the
So Wulo is not worried about being shot. And Poe goes to the right.
very tight. Okay, action.
Okay, what are we gonna do? Oh, let's see, the camera's getting bugged. I'm gonna try to get it to focus on the. Sorry, just getting the camera to try to focus on the middle of the table instead of on the dice box, just to make it just a little bit sharper for us. Okay, so there we go. So instead, he's going to boost to say, hey, you know what? I am all done. I'm out. And I'm just going to, get out of the arc of that. He's got Cad who can try to shoot him from a long range, but... So here... So we have a long range from Cad. Cad rolling 2. Gets 2 hits. Poe with 3. Oh, so we've got Poe taking a crit. Poe takes a stun. So we've got...
So engagement made at range of 0-1.
Cool.
So.
Actually, then I'm going to be calculated.
Okay.
Because. That is why I did.
Okay. And then we'll take.
Which I guess gives you more chance to cook out.
That was my hope. See how it goes.
I'm going to.
So gets... So it needs double paint on Kaz, otherwise Kaz explodes. So...
And then do take a hit there, right?
Yes. Oh, and Lulo does too.
Kaz and Luo take hits.
And that's 4 for you. Okay. So you go up to. Yeah, Luke is going to.
I do not mind doing one.
I got 2. Yeah, Luke is also 3 or 4 for you.
Okay.
He's only
So now we are at 17-17. We are straight up tied. This is it. Oh, good heavens. Oh my gosh, this is nuts. So we're getting close.
I did, but that's right, exactly. Oh, actually, right. Got it.
Yeah, I just disengagement.
Okay, so I thought I heard someone say a GG. So we're approaching 30 minutes left in round 3, which puts it halfway through the day because we have round 4 and then we have our top cut. So we'll see, everybody. And this is gonna be tough. This is gonna be a long, grueling tournament. But yeah, we'll see. Because again, we've got some players who are gonna drop, some players who didn't make it because they already have championship invites. So yeah, this is just gonna be wild. We're halfway through today, and it's about 3 o'clock. So for all of you who have your afternoon snacks or anything like that, like, now is the time. Go for it. But yeah, this is gonna be exciting. I'm super excited to see where this goes. This final turn is the clutch one. We have 2 ships versus 2 ships. If Poe dies, that's it. If Cad dies, that's it. And the thing is, neither of them have enough scenario points where they can just win straight up on scenarios. And there is no longer any initiative overlap. It's a 6 and a 5 versus a 4 and a 3. So here we go. So we have the 66 going forward.
It's always nice when you lose the Valkyries.
Yeah, I would worry with the
Wow,
The locks have been great.
That would have been the only thing.
Yeah, we got his hot primary. Primaries are in carrier.
So we have Cad Bane just running away and maybe seeing if he can grab objectives. Okay. Luo running straight. And what's Luo gonna do?
I mean, that was
So
my next. I didn't
Luno grabs the objective. He's gonna see if he can take it, and it's just gonna hang there.
So, I guess now my 5.
So Luo's gonna try to claim objectives.
well officially anything on the tournament.
Score for that.
Yeah. I should have just conceded to you.
Unlikely,
Okay, here we go. And then I think Poe might have just ran away. So did Poe just, so Afra, so here we go. I think what we just might have had is Chase try to get all of them. Oh. So, yeah, safe. Oh my gosh, and then we have a GG. So we had that the slam with Poe Dameron. Poe just like runs off to the left, is able to grab that objective. And you're saying, oh my gosh, he set himself up for a juicy shot from Cad Bane, but Cad's cloaked. He cannot shoot. Or wait, did he just decloak? I don't remember which one he has, but unfortunately that's just so tough. Does not work out. So yeah, this is just nuts. An amazing finish. We have two players running it right up to the very end. Congratulations to both of these people. Again, sorry, I know we're not the best commentary that we normally have, but hopefully it's just fun just watching this top tier X-Wing. So we're at round 3 out of 6 today. Here we go. We'll keep going. Thanks so much, everybody. I will stop this game, give you all a bit of a break, and we will continue next.